Hi everyone, Rich Kratzer from DIY Home and Lawn Care on my estate. It's the first weekend of regular season football. It's raining outside, which gives me a perfect excuse to watch a game. And my team, not that team, the other team, is playing and they just scored and it's in overtime. And then you hear those famous words. Honey, the dryer's not working. What would you do? Well, I know what 90% of the guys out there would do. The other 10%, they would call the guy. Unfortunately, I'm the guy. Very quickly, we're going to replace a heating element and a thermal cutoff switch. Follow me over to the laundry room so we can get this DIY project done in about 5 minutes. Come on. Stop watching the game. Let's go. Come on. All right, we're in the laundry room. You simply have to go online, put your model and the make in, Google it or go to the manufacturer's website and they'll tell you exactly where this heating element is located. And this is the second time I replaced this. It works really good in the beginning. Actually, it works exceptionally well that it's actually too hot. And then after you use it over time, it starts to degrade. And within a couple months, one of these coils open up and then it stops functioning. What's causing that? Well, it can only be one thing. And it's a thermal cutoff switch. This will sit inside a tube, which I'll show you. And then there's a simple switch, which I'll show you how easy that's to put in, but that regulates the temperature. I already checked. It's getting ample air. The fan's running. The flapper in the back is opening, allowing the air to go through. How expensive is this heating element for a dryer, which I know a lot of people probably looked online? About 20 bucks. You can buy these together in one unit, $23. First thing you have to do is disconnect the power. I'm going to pull this out. Power's disconnected. Second thing, I have to remove this panel so I can gain access. All right, there's two tabs. Take the handy. Simply push the one tab down. There's one. Two. Over here, where the heating element is actually located, it's on a little bracket within a tube. There's two screws. There's one here, and there's one here. I need to remove those two screws with the socket. Right in here is the heating. I'm going to actually take this tube. I normally wouldn't have to take the whole assembly out. I can just simply loosen the screw on the side. But in this case, the thermal cutoff switch is on the side of that tube. There's a couple wires attached to this. One is to the element, and the other two are for the thermal takeoff. And then once you loosen this screw on the side, the element will actually come out. If you're not sure of the wiring, you simply just write down the colors of the wire. Like these two are red, but the top one here has a white stripe. Second one is the red with the ground, and it follows the same sequence for the third one. Hot's on top, neutral's on the bottom. But I would suggest that you write it down. There it is. But I'm going to show you how to actually test these components. They're really easy. I'm going to show you where to actually get them. They are genuine replacement parts for your dryer. So you get a voltmeter. You put it on the ohm setting, the lowest ohm setting. And if you have an open connection, you're going to get an infinite reading, which is 1 on the meter. When you have a closed connection, it's going to read the resistance. So you can simply go to the components, your thermal cutoff, your thermistor, and if I have it open, that tells me that this part is not good. If it's showing a resistance, then it's showing that the part is good. Let me give you a quick little example. So this is that thermal cutoff. You can see the ohm meter. It's showing a resistance about 0.9. But this is the part that was in the housing. Watch what happens when you put your ohm meter across the terminals. It shows a 1. And that's showing that this is an open connection. So this part is bad. This is the replacement part. So let me put the replacement parts in, and I'm gonna put this together, run it, and I'm gonna show you where you can actually get these factory certified parts online. And great tech support. So this is the two that we're removing. Again, remove this switch and then you'll see that the element will come out. There you go. Here's the new one. I replaced the one, now I'm replacing the second one. That simply goes in. Okay. Both of those thermal cutoffs are in and been replaced. You remove the last screw on the housing and then you'll be able to pull out the actual element. So I'm going to remove this screw right here. Now I should be able to pull the element out. Should come out easy. There's your heating element. Here's your new one. This simply will slide in the tube. You can see there's 2 grooves. Line up the screw hole, put your sheet metal screw back in. Okay. Now you put your wires on, starting from the back, cut off to your second, up to your terminal. Red and white consistent on top for the element. Thermal takeoff. Can't really see in the back, but you do have the red hot wire. Common ground is from the first thermal takeoff to the second one. They're both on the bottom. And then you have your solid red coming in to the bottom of your element. Side screw is already mounted. And new element is in the housing. Now, all the way back there is where I need to connect the back of this housing where the element's in to the back of the dryer. It's in. That's the hardest part of the whole project. Now, I just have to replace this base, the support bracket. All right, so bracket's in place. There's 2 screws, one here and one underneath. Support bracket's in. Now we'll just put the front panel back on, plug it in, test it out, go back and watch the rest of the game. Huh? Lights on. How do you work one of these? Honey! Let's see. What do you do? Time dry? Medium? There's no fire. Should I see if it's getting warm already? Oh yeah. I feel heat. I came across this company called appliancepartspros.com. I gave them a call. I gave them my model and my serial number, which is right on the door. And they looked up all the parts that I would need. I'll put a link to their website in the video description. Shout out to Sarah. I know when you call a lot of these companies, the first thing they say is press 1 for sales. Their first thing they say is stay on the line to talk to a technical specialist. Sarah did a phenomenal job, walked me through the whole process, and all the parts that I got from them are factory certified. And where can you get that? And I really think the pricing was great. I don't think you found this entertaining. I know I didn't, because I want to see my team win. I would appreciate if you could subscribe, because as I always say, I could have did this a lot faster without filming it. So at least give me a thumbs up, a comment, and with that, I'll catch you on the next one.